Hey, what's up guys? Spencer Rhodes here, and this is my review of The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 16. This is the finale of Season 9, so we have 6 months to wait before we get another episode of The Walking Dead. Season 9 is over. I don't believe it. That's just crazy. It's been a crazy season. It's a really good... Season 9 has been really good. Just really good from beginning to all the way to the end. I'm glad that Ezekiel and Rosita survived, so they're going to be in Season 10. There's a good chance that they both get slaughtered in the first 5 minutes of Season 10, but at least they made it to Season 10, you know? At least they made it that far. This episode was kind of weak. There's been a lot of people complaining about this episode. I thought it was okay. With Ezekiel being kind of an asshole and telling Daryl, look, you go to Alexandria, I want me and Carol to be at Hilltop away from you, and he kind of, you feel like he kind of blames Daryl for Henry's death, and later on Carol tells Daryl that Ezekiel only blames him because he won't blame her. And it appears that Carol and Ezekiel have broken up. She takes her ring off, and Ezekiel says that he'll always love her, and it seems like they're separated, they're divorced, whatever. So Henry's death has really just pulled them apart, and that's understandable. I mean, you know, parents losing their only child like that sort of thing can easily happen, and it's, you know, it's realistic that Ezekiel and Carol would break up. Maybe in season 10 they'll get back together, but it's just sort of a bleak episode overall. I mean, no one's really particularly happy. They're still recovering from all those deaths, even though it has been a few months. Keep in mind, this episode went a few months ahead in time from last episode. You know, Rosita is definitely showing. You know, her pregnancy is progressing, and there's this gigantic ass winter. It's just gigantic blizzard, and the characters have to. The kingdom gets like completely destroyed, and everyone at the kingdom has to leave the kingdom and travel to one of the other communities. And Negan kind of gets a bit of a redemption in this episode. When Judith goes off to look for a dog, he chases after her, and he ends up rescuing her. So it does seem like, as far as Negan goes, they might be building him up as a character that stays. Either that, or they give him a sad death in Season 10 or Season 11. You know, I feel like with all these characters like Rick, Maggie, now Michonne leaving, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually kept Negan, because it seems like they're really building him up to be a redeemed character. And I'm okay with that. I mean, I like the actor more than I like the character, but I mean, I'm okay with Negan staying. I mean, you know, if they write him well, and so far they have been writing him well. I mean, I loved him rescuing Judith, and I love the scene between him and he's with Sadiq, Rosita, and Gabriel, and he's making jokes about how you know, he's the father of the baby that Rosita's pregnant with, but he's also a doctor. So Negan's like, do you ever wonder what's really happening when she's having her appointments? And that was really funny. And then, of course, he makes a joke about Father Gabriel, because his name's Father Gabriel, but he's not the father of the baby. That was funny. So Negan actually got to be allowed out, because he would have died if he stayed in his cell. So that was good, because Negan got an opportunity to redeem himself, because he had to chase after Judith and Dog and save them during the blizzard. There weren't a lot of huge moments in this episode. Carol and Daryl had a few scenes. Carol, I'm really liking what they're doing with her character, because although the death of her son is tragic, and, you know, it almost seems like she has nothing to live for, and it's just going full circle with what happened to Sophia in almost every way. It literally kind of circles around Sophia's death. I mean, they both happened at a farm. Both times she had Daryl to comfort her. So, and you know, she saw both kids as a walker. So that's harsh. You know, she's still, you know, very much broken and very much devastated by his death. But it seems like she might have something new to fight for because there's still Lydia. And Lydia was attempting to commit suicide. She tried to die twice in this episode. And Carol snapped out of her funk and realized, this is still a teenage girl. This is a teenage girl that's been abused. She wants to die. She's not like a bitch or anything. She's trying to kill herself because she thinks that's the best option. I need to help this girl if that's what Henry would want. I mean, you have to think about it. What would Henry want? What's the best thing Carol can do right now? She can help Lydia. She can be there for Lydia. She lost Sophia. She lost Henry. Maybe in the future Lydia can sort of, who knows, maybe she'll adopt Lydia. I mean, that's not that wouldn't be too crazy. I mean, that would give Carol something else to fight for. And it seemed like Henry was going to be Comic Carl, but maybe there doesn't need to be a Comic Carl, or there just needs to be a character that kind of fills that role, that young teenage character. There was Carl, he died. There was Henry, he died. But now we have Lydia, so maybe Lydia is going to be here to stay. She might not be Comic Carl, but in a way she fills that role because it went from Carl to Henry, and maybe Lydia is the new Henry. I don't know, but in terms of that type of role, she's the young teenage person that other characters are going to look after, like Carol. But yeah, this overall was a pretty good episode. I mean, it wasn't amazing or anything, but it was interesting, and I didn't expect anything huge to happen, like any deaths or anything. I mean, I'm glad we finally got snow. I mean, there's people that have been wanting snow on this show for years and years and years, and we finally got it in this episode, so that's good. But yeah, I thought this was a fine finale, a good finale to what is overall a great season, and I have just loved and enjoyed every minute of season 9. It's sad that we're at the end, but now we have it to come out on DVD to look forward to, and season 10 to look forward to. And it's nice that Ezekiel and Rosita have officially survived the Heads on Spikes. I have made so many countless videos about how I believe that Ezekiel and Rosita would get their comic deaths, and they didn't, so that's good. But yeah, this has been a terrific season of The Walking Dead. Angela Kang has completely turned it around. Just a great season overall. Yeah, even if there were weak episodes, even if there were weak moments, this has been a fantastic season overall. And this was a pretty good finale. Maybe not a great episode, but a good episode. Anyway, that's my review, so let me know what you think in the comments below. And don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day, so please hit that subscribe button. Right now we are at 497 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 500 maybe the next few days, next week. We're almost there. We're almost to that goal of 500, so we're just 3 subscribers away. Just 3 more. I can't believe it. We're so close to 500. I might have to double check and see how long ago we got to 400. I think it was like a month ago or less. So getting to 500 is pretty good. And, we're 3 away, so we're pretty much there. So just a few more subscribers, and we'll be at 500. And, yeah, that's going to be awesome. But anyway, with all that said, I am Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye!